Hey guys, my name is Viper King, and I will be going over a few techniques and tactics that me and my buddies have figured out through playing Rainbow Six Siege. And each of the videos will demonstrate key aspects on how we got better and ways that we have improved from those, and then now you can learn from our mistakes. Alright, so in this first one we're going to be looking at something that's really easy, and it's going to be leading with the gun and aiming where you expect the enemy to be. So as you can see in this one, I'm going to be going ahead and aiming right for the head. I'm a little low, but I'm getting close. And I get a nice easy kill.
Reload!
Alright, so in this next one we're going to see, just like as before, we're going to lead with the gun, aiming where we expect. And right here, now you can see that the entire room can see me, but I can only see half of the room so far. So then we're going to go ahead and quickly panic over and take him out, and we're good to go to move on to the next room. So moving on to the next room, we do a nice easy pan, do the correct aim, and then move on to the next spot. And then you can see right there, I make the same mistake again, but we do a nice easy pickup, and it turns out okay. One of the luxuries of being able to practice in terrace hunt before actually going in. Now this one's actually kind of a double coverage on the same issue as before, leading with the gun. As you can see, I'm playing Cavi, and I'm holding the wall here, and there we can see Twitch's drone go out, which gives us the go-ahead, and we can go ahead and start pushing forward. Double check that dead body real quick, just in case, and then go into a room without looking around, and there's Cavi right there just chilling. Okay, so in this one, we're going to see that I actually do the correct thing that I should have done on Twitch in the last one. Ironically enough, it is Twitch again. And that is using Cavi's ability to capture her so that she is revealed to the rest of my teammates. As you can see, I do a pretty good job of coming around that corner and making a good clean shot, and then get the capture. And then we're going to go over here and accidentally expose ourselves a little bit, but we do a pre-fire, and that ends up getting us the kill. Now these next couple videos we're just going to be looking at basic teamwork intervals, making sure that you spend the time to practice with your teammates before you actually do a whole lot of things, because that will actually end up helping you more than basically just running the actual game, because doing these terrace hunts are nice, easy flow, a lot of shooting, and you get a lot of targets. It's a great environment to just basically see how you each interact with certain situations without having the high stakes of an actual match. As you can see, I'm trying to listen for that bomber. I'm looking and I don't see him, so I go ahead and just push into the next room. There's bomb room. And this next portion is going to be pretty complex, so you'll see my buddy across from me is doing double coverage. See him pause right there. He's looking away from me because he knows I got the door. I'm going to push in, and again I push in too far, right? So I'm exposed to the whole room. Take out that guy. He's shooting at me. Paper trails on the left show my buddy shooting past me without hitting me, so that shows just team knowledge, him being able to shoot past me without actually making contact. And as you can see, it was pretty chaotic. Everything kind of just looks haphazard, but with a lot of practice and things like that, it seems to be kind of almost second nature. So then in this one, you can kind of see me shooting terribly, and then it's going to be the same thing. A different guy, but same concept. You know, you work with the same group of buddies, you kind of figure out each other and know how everything's going to work between each other, and then it's going to be eventually, hopefully, very crisp. And see right there, see he's taking out guys behind me before I can even turn around. This one's going to be pretty basic. Just make sure that you always have your back somewhere that's safe, right? This whole time you can see I'm getting shot in the back, and I just can't quite seem to get my footing or find a good spot to hang out, and I just seem to struggle rolling back and forth. It's a pretty easy rule. Just make sure that you never turn your back to somewhere that you haven't covered yet, and always try to keep moving forward in a way. This one's just the same as before, just running teamwork. Knowing where your teammates are at all times is very important in any game. Maintaining high situational awareness is a valuable skill set, so go ahead and shoot that drone. That's going to keep their eyes low and limited. And then we're going to go ahead and find a nice easy spot to park down on. And then as you can can see we got that hallway down there in crossfire. And you'll see we'll go back to cover. And even though I'm out in the hallway, I know that my teammate already has that hallway covered, so I can poke out there for a second and know that I'll be safe. Keeping an eye on that window and making my way back to him to make sure I can help him out. And he's doing okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to my spot again. And crisscross again. Now unfortunately that little look away cost my teammate his life, but I still got the pickup, and there's at least 2 of us still. Go ahead and chase that guy down. A little sketchy and a little laggy, especially with a shotgun that far. But I go ahead and come over here and we're good to go.
They've ceased attempting to secure the container.
Style points.
4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Now, as you saw before, obviously we made a lot of mistakes, but here's what it looks like when it's actually done correctly. So we're going to see good coverage, good teamwork, and it's all combined together. So I come out and expose myself just enough so that I can see him, and then as soon as he sees me again, I roll it back.
Mission successful.
This one's going to be a nice easy clutch, and knowing your situational awareness. So we can hear Hibana right on the other side of this wall,
Locate the monster, destroy it.
and we see the bomb too at the same time. So then all we have to do is take out this guy, and we're good to go. Look at that, we even had time to go back for that armor.
Bomb defused.
Same as before with teamwork, but we're going to be covering an angle that our buddy can't see, so it's going to be dual coverage. He's going to be down, and I'll be up. I'm seeing that window across the way, but I see castle instead. Now this one is a few concepts in one. This is going to be the snap leaning and snap aiming, or snapshotting as a lot of people like to say. It's where you aim and shoot as one fluid motion. Obviously it doesn't look so good when you're getting shot at, but when you pull it off right, it's really nice. And this one's going to be another basic concept too. It's just knowing where to be. Now saying it is basic, but doing it is actually one of the hardest things in the game. It requires a lot of map knowledge, and also not standing in front of doors where people can see your feet. Now what I will say though is that, as you can see, I punch another hole in this door, so that way if someone was pre-scoping that previous hole, they would have had to adjust their sights. And then I can go in, I take advantage of that line and get that pickup. This one's going to be one of my personal favorites, and it's called just Distraction. Basically what's going to happen is you're going to make a lot of noise so that your buddies can move in without being hurt so much. This is a big one in Siege because the sound is so important. So I just make a lot of noise, nice and steady. But I'm also productive while I do it by shooting out that window. And of course, here's your teamwork again. Nice and easy. These next two are going to be Shuffling and Double Rush. Shuffling has 2 versions, which one is called the Safe Peek, where you quickly pop in and out of cover, and then the second is Posture Change, forcing the enemy's line of sight to adjust. And Double Rush is where you push the same spot twice. Even if it worked out the first time, it's always best to move positions when possible. And here's your example of what happens when you don't move. As you can see, I've got ample time, and I'm going to go ahead and see that tiny little bit of movement, and I get really unlucky. This is going to go ahead and just push us right in our next segment though, where we talk about prepping. As you can see right there, I did prep a bunch of holes to try to disorient the enemy, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's always worth the effort. So obviously with prepping, we're going to have a lot of traps. Don't mind the glitch. It was normal siege stuff. Always try to be creative with your traps. Don't usually put them in the same spot, even if it's a different match or the same match. Try to just explore. That way you can try to find maybe a new, better way to put down your trap, or maybe a new spot that's really well devised. So we hear a good bit of commotion behind us. And don't usually take him out right away, that way you can wait for more to arrive. Maybe somebody's going to try to help him. And we get just that. And I pick up my easy 3 without taking a scratch. This last clip's pretty easy, and it is the demonstration that traps are fucking awesome.